Welcome back to Dr. Scary Tales. Tonight we delve into a chilling account from the depths of the Appalachian Mountains, where the Maplewood Hotel stands as a crumbling testament to terror. Known for its dark history, Room 13 has become infamous for the strange and unsettling disappearances that have plagued its past. Get comfortable, turn down the lights and put on your headphones for the best experience as we prepare to journey into one of the most haunting tales I've ever encountered. Before we dive in, if you enjoy spine-tingling stories that make your skin crawl, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Dr. Scary Tales. We have plenty more eerie tales waiting for you. Now, let's unravel the dark mysteries of Room 13. It was a stormy night, the kind where the wind howls through the trees and the rain lashes against the windows like the furious hands of the unknown. Mark, a weary traveller seeking refuge, pulled up to the Maplewood Hotel. The old building loomed like a silent sentinel, its once grand facade now decaying under years of neglect. Inside, the lobby was a snapshot of bygone elegance, now cloaked in shadows and dust. The receptionist, an elderly woman with a face that seemed etched by the passage of countless nightmares, looked up from her desk. Her eyes, dark and hollow, held a warning Mark would soon come to understand. With a voice tinged with worry, she warned him about Room 13, the hotel's most notorious room. Her words were heavy with dread, but Mark, driven by curiosity and a touch of bravado, brushed off her concerns. He took the key with a casual nod, unaware of the darkness that awaited him. As Mark took the key, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. But he laughed it off and made his way to Room 13, oblivious to the fate that awaited him in the shadows. The corridor leading to Room 13 seemed to stretch endlessly, the flickering lights casting eerie, distorted shadows. The air was thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the distant sound of dripping water and the occasional creak of the floorboards. Mark finally reached Room 13, the door creaking ominously as he opened it. Inside, the room was a dusty relic of a time long past. The furniture was old and faded, and the air felt heavy, as if the room itself was breathing a sigh of despair. At first, Mark tried to ignore the growing sense of unease. He settled into the room, but as the night deepened, things began to change. The whispers started softly, barely audible, like the rustling of leaves in the wind, but they grew louder, more insistent, until they seemed to echo through the very walls. The whispers took on a form of their own, indistinguishable voices merging into a cacophony of dread. Mark would lie in bed, his heart racing as he tried to make sense of the sounds. Every now and then, the room would be filled with an unsettling scratching noise, as if something or someone was trying to get in. Unable to sleep, Mark ventured out of his room. He encountered other guests, their faces pale and haunted. They spoke of strange occurrences and disorienting experiences. One woman described seeing a shadowy figure lurking outside her door, while another spoke of hearing a child's laughter coming from the walls. Mark's encounters with these guests only deepened his sense of unease. He began to see fleeting shadows moving just out of sight, figures that vanished the moment he turned to confront them. The sense of being watched grew stronger, and the hotel seemed to close in on him, trapping him in its dark embrace. One evening, Mark came across the hotel's janitor. The man was an enigma. His eyes seemed to carry a weight of knowledge and secrets. He appeared to be everywhere at once, his presence unsettlingly omnipresent. The janitor spoke in cryptic phrases, dropping hints about the hotel's dark past. He mentioned room 13 in a way that suggested he knew more than he was letting on. According to him, the hotel was the site of a ritual that had gone terribly wrong. He pointed Mark toward a hidden room, sealed off and covered in strange occult symbols. The janitor spoke of a dark ritual that had been interrupted, leaving room 13 as a focal point for the lingering curse. Determined to uncover the truth, Mark began researching the hotel's history. In dusty old books and yellowed newspapers, he found accounts of the hotel's original owner, a man who had dabbled in dark arts and rituals. The records detailed a ritual intended to ensure the hotel's immortality, but something had gone awry, trapping the souls of those who stayed in room 13. As Mark pieced together the puzzle, he was haunted by flashbacks of past guests. Each vision revealed a chilling fate, people who had checked into room 13 and never left. Their faces, twisted in fear, told a story of torment and despair. Further investigation revealed that the ritual had not only trapped the souls of the hotel's guests, but had also bound them to the hotel, their tormented spirits unable to find peace. Room 13 became the epicenter of this curse, a place where reality and nightmare intertwined. Desperate to end the horror, Mark confronted room 13 once more. The room was a dark, oppressive space, filled with an energy that seemed almost alive. Shadows flickered and whispered, creating an atmosphere of palpable dread. Inside, the room seemed to convulse with a life of its own. Ghostly apparitions materialized, wailing in agony. Mark realized the ritual was incomplete and that the spirits trapped within were desperate for release. The air grew thick and the room shook violently, as if the very walls were trying to expel him. In a final, desperate attempt to break the curse, Mark tried to disrupt the ritual's remnants. The room erupted in chaos, with shadows writhing and the very fabric of reality seeming to tear apart. The spirits' cries grew louder, merging into a cacophony of anguish. Exhausted and terrified, Mark stumbled out of room 13. The hotel fell eerily silent, the oppressive atmosphere lifting as if a great weight had been removed. But the question remained, had the curse truly been lifted, or was it merely lying dormant, waiting for the next unfortunate soul? With the dawn's light came a new day, but the Maplewood Hotel remained a place of dark legend. Room 13's curse was disturbed, but whether it had been lifted or merely postponed was uncertain. If you enjoyed this chilling tale and want to hear more spine-tingling stories, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Dr. Scary Tales. Your support helps keep the stories coming. Until next time, remember, some places are better left unexplored. Sleep tight and beware the shadows that lurk in the corners of your dreams. Good night.